Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Card Collex. I'm Nathan, and today I've got basketball cards to invest in 2021. In this video, I'm bringing you 5 plays that I'm making right now to make money in the current basketball market. This is not just a cards to buy video. All of my videos, when I make picks, they have strategies behind them. I outline how I research these cards, why I'm making these plays to help give you information that you can use to make money in sports cards. So hang tight. I'm really excited about this video. I think there's a lot of potential here. Let's get into this.
Hey guys, number 5 on the list is Ray Allen. I almost want to put Ray Allen at number 1 on the list. I feel that good about this investment in Ray Allen 1996 rookie cards. I just think they're extremely undervalued, and I think there's one key thing that's going to put them over the top over the next couple years. So this is a long-term play, the next 2 to 3 years. Obviously, Ray Allen's a legit Hall of Famer, 10-time All-Star, 2-time NBA champ. But that's not why I'm so huge on Ray Allen rookie cards. I think they're undervalued to begin with, but the main thing is that if you didn't hear, Steph Curry just became number 2 on the all-time three-pointer list. He just passed Reggie Miller, and number 1 is Ray Allen. So Steph is on track to beat the record by the end of next season. Maybe it goes into the following season, but a year and a half would be what he's on track for right now. Every time this comes up, every time it comes up that he's getting closer to the record, Ray Allen is mentioning that. And Ray Allen's amazing moments throughout his career are going to be highlighted. That attention is, I think, sure to drive the price of the cards up. I think they're undervalued to begin with, but add that into it, and I think you could see a great spike. I've been buying Ray Allen rookies for quite a while, and I will continue buying them. Right now, his base 96 tops are, you can find them for like $5-10. I think they average around $10. Tops Chrome are getting up there. Raw, they're like 60, around 60 on average. This one went for 71. But a PSA 9 base tops, $96, $100. PSA 9 tops finest, $45 with coding. The pop numbers are not super high on these cards. So the Kobe 96 tops base, there are 2,700 PSA 10s. So that's like the high line. If all the Ray Allen rookie cards were submitted like Kobe's have been, then you might be looking at a number closer to 2,000. Right now you're looking at a number of around 200, 250. And they're going for $300. I mean, cheap. For one of the best shooters of all time, it's just crazy. So, yeah, I think the Topps product is a great move, and I would be looking to get out of some of these probably around the time that Steph breaks the record. Between now and then, I'm just buying them up and submitting them for grading, whether it's the finest or the Chrome or the base tops. I'm not really discriminating. I think they're all good investments right now. Number 4 is Damian Lillard, Dame Dollar. So Damian Lillard's a superstar. He's well on his way to being a Hall of Famer. Averaging 28, 29 points this year, averaged 30 points a game last year. 5 All-Stars, 5 All-NBA. The trick here is 2012 is Damian Lillard's rookie year, right? So 2012 Prism is first year Prism. Not only is it the first year, but it has an amazing rookie class. It's an iconic set. So there's 86 Fleer when it comes to basketball, 96 Topps Chrome, 2003 Topps Chrome, 2012 Prism. That's the way I look at it, right? I think going forward, this set is going to increase in value as a whole, in the same way that the other sets have. When I go over to eBay, Damian Lillard cards are not super cheap right now. I mean, they're $1,100. If you go to the top end of that set, into the Anthony Davis, that's selling between $2,000 and $2,500 for a PSA 10. But the BGS 9.5s, I think that's the play here. I mean, here's one sold for $447. One thing to take into account is BGS's 9.5 centering, especially on these it seems, can often be pretty off. I mean, like that does not look like 9.5 centering to me. Like that's verging on 8 centering, I feel like, if it was PSA. Maybe it's the angle of the card, I don't know. Maybe it's just the way it looks on here, but I've seen several that kind of look like this. Find one that's good and centered. I think for half of what the PSA 10s are going for, the Beckett 9.5s are a pretty good investment. So this too is kind of a long-term play. You know, pick a couple of these up and see what happens. If Damian gets an MVP in the next couple years, then maybe you think about selling. You know, but I think it's something that holds value and has a good chance of increasing in value. The risk versus reward is pretty good on this. All right, number 3 is actually 2 players, but it's meant to reflect a play. So these are guys that I'm long on medium term. These are also 2 guys that are from my preseason picks video. So I'm long on Collin Sexton, I'm long on Bam Adebayo. I think that with their potential, buying their raw cards right now and submitting them for grading is an extremely low risk play. So let me explain that. Collin's 2018 select, which is what I would go with. I wouldn't go with Prism. The pop numbers are too high. I don't like it holding up over time. Plus, his Prism is like 5 times what his select is. So you can buy his 2012 Prism base for like $11.50, $10 right now, $15. Add another, let's say $30 for shipping and everything, you know, going forward. And, you know, if you're decent at grading, you get that back in an average of a 9. The risk there is very low. You know, if Collin doesn't have a career-ending injury, it should be pretty easy to get $40-50 out of a PSA 9 select rookie. All right. So that's where I'm at with that. And the upside is really high. You know, if he continues to advance, if he continues to get better, you know, you could be looking at a $500 to $1,000 card in a PSA 10, you know, when you get these back next season. And again, this is medium term. So I'm high on both these guys for the next couple of years, and I'm just buying up their base cards when they're cheap. Looking for some that are in good condition that I can submit for grading. With Bam, 2017 Prism is lower production, about a third of what 2018 Prism is. So you could go with the Prism. I would probably still stick with the Select. His Premier level Select, which is the more rare version, it's the second level. So there's Concourse, Premier, and Courtside. Courtside's the really rare short print of Select. But his Premier level's $35. I mean, I just feel like it's really low risk, pretty high reward, and I really like these guys. So am I saying go out and buy Collin Sexton and Bam Adebayo? No, not necessarily. But what I'm saying is if you have a couple guys that you feel like are in that range where they're good, they could be really, really good, you feel comfortable about them. And also, that being said, their cards are pretty cheap right now. This is a good play to make, you know, on whoever it is. If you can buy those raw cards and submit them for grading and you're willing to wait, you know, a year till next season or till the season after, whatever, and allow them to develop and allow their cards to develop, you know, it's a pretty low risk, potentially really high reward play. Number 2 is Zach LaVine. I expect Zach LaVine to get traded this year. I really do. I think the Bulls will want to trade him before he has a chance to enter free agency. So I expect him to get traded. He's having a great year. He should be elected to the All-Star team this year. He had a good chance last year, but this year, 27 points per game. He's really balling out. And this is a short-term play, all right? I'm not, being 25 years old, I'm not huge on Zach LaVine long-term. His cards aren't super cheap, but they're pretty cheap for how well he's playing this year. So, you know, buy a couple up, see what happens at the All-Star break, you know, see if he gets traded. If he gets traded to a competitive team, that's awesome. There's a ton of chance for exposure if his team makes the playoffs, they get to the finals, whatever, But it's a pretty short-term play. Even still, his 2014 Prism, which 2014 Prism is about a tenth of the production of 2018. And those PSA 10s are $400 right now, $360, $400. Here's a yellow and red PSA 10, went for $330 about 5 days ago. Pretty cheap if those factors come into play. There is risk there. You could buy it. He could get injured. He could start not playing as well. But he's been pretty consistent the last couple of years. I think this is a natural advancement to his ability and his game. And it's a chance to, maybe make 50% in a month, maybe more. Maybe the value of this card doubles by the time playoffs run around. I think this is a really good play. I think Zach LaVine's been playing really well. People like him. They might not be huge on his cards right now, but I think that could change.
Hey guys, I want to give a huge thanks to my viewers that are using my eBay links that are down in the description. It brings a small percentage of sales back into the channel and helps me do what I do. One of the best ways to support the channel though is just to hit the like button. If you're gaining value from this video, if you like this video, please drop a like. It'll tell YouTube and me that you enjoy it and they'll present it to more people. Also, I really value your feedback and I would really appreciate it if you would comment down in the description and just let me know what you think of this video or what you'd like to see moving forward with the channel. Thanks again. Let's finish this up with my number one play.
Number one on the list, guys, is Jaylen Brown. I can't say anything but that he is completely balling out this year. Another guy that's over 27 points per game. So the thing with Jaylen Brown is I feel like Jaylen Brown could be not just an all-star, but a superstar. When I'm watching him and I see him creatively creating shots, I see a guy that could be a superstar, all right? He's putting up close to superstar numbers right now. He's good in a lot of areas, a lot of key areas on the floor, and he's with a contender. The Celtics are not bad this year, right? So that's going to draw more attention. He's already drawn a lot of attention. His rookie year is 2016, another set that the production on 2016 Prism is, again, about a tenth of what 2018 Prism is. His 2016 Prism PSA 10 is going for about $600 right now. $600 is not nothing. But I personally feel very strong about Jaylen Brown moving forward. So I'm buying guys based on statistics, research, but also, how I feel about him. I want to like this guy. I want to feel confident in this guy's ability. So the guys that I've mentioned in here, Damian Lillard, obviously, Collin Sexton, Bam Adebayo, I'm very strong on. Zach LaVine is a short-term flip. Am I strong on him? Am I strong on him long term? Not necessarily, but for right now, for this season, I feel like his card's got a good chance. Jaylen Brown, though, really strong on. Really love the way he creates three-point shots, makes space for himself. I see James Harden in him. I see Steph Curry in him in the way that he creates opportunities for himself. So picking up these cards, I feel good about them, whether it's a PSA 10 Prism, BGS 9.5, PSA 9, Select, whatever. I feel good on Jaylen Brown. Whether it's this season, whether it's holding and selling next season, whether it's picking up and flipping along the way, this is a guy I've got my eyes on that I feel very strongly about. He's my number one pick right now, mainly because of the potential I feel like he has. I think Bam Adebayo's got that potential to be that superstar caliber, but it's probably 2 to 3 years down the road, right? Jaylen Brown, I feel like you could see that the end of this year. You could see that next year where he enters that talk, where he starts being looked at that way. And the attention's coming. So don't take my word for it. Do your own research. Decide who you feel good about and go out, place your bets, see what happens.
As always, I really appreciate you all watching the video. Please subscribe and like the video if you haven't already, and you can check out another one of my videos right here. Thanks again, guys, and good luck with all your adventures in sports cards.